I'm going to record it this week. So we're moving up the chakras. Last week we were in root chakra, which is all about grounding. It's a very earth element. It had to do with Saturn, and Saturn was a big player in the astrology last week, of course, because I seem to align things that way, or I align with things that way, I should say. And root chakra is all about our survival needs and our ability to feel safe and secure, right? And I don't know about you, but I'm a pretty resilient person. And over the last month and a half, there's been multiple times where I'm like, what the F, and feeling that sense of fear. And then coming back to the practice is really what has supported me in, righting myself and bringing myself back into the reality of the situation. I mean, we're practicing yoga on Zoom, right? So, so we move up the chakra system, and now we're in sacral chakra, or Swadhisthana. And Swadhisthana, sacral chakra, is sacred. It's the sacred chakra. It's the second chakra. It's the chakra as we move up, that once we have satisfied our survival needs, we can move into pleasure. We can move into emotional expression, emotional connection. It's our emotional needs. It's our right to feel. It's our right to express ourselves. It's our right to create, right? That's why the theme this week is creative inspiration. And when I was looking at the astrology yesterday, I was mind blown. Of course, the astrology completely lines up. We have this new moon in Taurus this week. Saturn's in Aquarius, yes. And we also have a conjunct to Uranus with this new moon, which brings about change. And some people fear that kind of aspect, but I love it because I just sit and root and, ask what is the inspiration that is going to create change in this moment in time? And by the way, universe, please, a gentle introduction would be great. So always when you're asking for anything, please remember to ask for a gentle shift because the universe is listening. And when we move up into creative inspiration, I wrote about this in my post, and I'm very well aware that there are some people that are in massive survival mode, and even some of my own friends. And you can define survival mode for different ways for different people. But all of us on this call, in some way, shape, or form, we're okay because we're looking at a computer and we're going to practice yoga. So we're okay, right? So, and if you're not, please reach out to me after class because I want to support you, okay? But we have this ability to then move up into that second chakra where we can create, we can actually take this emotional stability and actually derive some creativity from it. We can, move beyond any kind of emotional trauma that's sitting in this chakra, because our hips, it's our hips. So when we experience pain or discomfort in the hips or the reproductive system, or, in any area that is that triangular shape from the hip bones down to the perineum, it throws us off. That means we're out of balance. Each chakra has I don't want to say a negative and a positive, but a negative and a positive side, right? So the positive side is creative expression. What keeps us from that is guilt. So the shadow side, or the negative side, is guilt. So it's that phrase, and I've heard it so often, where I ask people, I go, well, how are you doing? And they're like, oh, I'm good. I actually feel kind of grateful, and I feel this and I feel that. And then they go, but I'm feeling kind of guilty because I have it so good, right? So that right there will negate your ability to create and your ability to sit in that. Because here's how I look at it. I look at it like this. Oh, and by the way, the element of root is earth, and the element of sacral chakra is water. So it's flowy, right? It's flowing. We're flowing with the universe, right? But here's my thought. My thought is that if I'm okay, I know I'm okay. I've got food, I've got shelter, I've got water, I've got health, I've got my basic needs met, right? If I, Dana Demara, or you, whoever you are, you know, your name, you say your name, if you have those needs met, you have the ability to create something, even if it's for an hour a day, right? And so you sit and you elevate your vibration to that space where you say, okay, like, I'm allowing creative inspiration to come through. I'm allowing pleasurable invitations to come into my life. I'm loving creating beauty in my life, whatever that looks like, sensuality. And it doesn't need to be sexuality, it's sensuality, like deriving a sense of, you know, sense, it's senses. If you can take time out of your day every day to do that, even if it's just 1 hour, you know, like arrange flowers or I don't know, just whatever, right? If you can do that, you're elevating the vibration, which means that the people in who are suffering may feel that on some level, if that makes sense. So when we move into the upper realms, when we start to move up through the chakra system, we actually have an effect without even having to really do anything but take care of our own self and meet our own emotional needs. Does that make sense? Thumbs up? Anybody thumbs down? Like, I don't get it. So let's talk after class if you need some support in that. So we're going to practice with sacral chakra. And again, it's hips, it's, you know, the pelvic region, it's reproductive organs, it's low back. So when people have issues in their low back, you know, it has to do with sacral chakra, which Louise Hay would say too has to do with finances, because it has to do with abundance. Because when we're looking down, say this is a great example, when we're looking down, say it like a spreadsheet, and we're like, oh my God, I have to like figure all this out because I'm in fear and I'm in survival mode, we're not going to be able to create. Our back's going to hurt. But if we can lift up our vibration and go, okay, I have what I need, universe, offer it up, you know, we can move from that space, which will truly serve all of us. Okay, so we're going to play with that today. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm happy to see all of you. Oh my gosh, this is so fun. I'm going to take you off gallery view just so I can make sure y'all can see me and you're not looking at just my butt or my legs. Okay, there we go. This is so weird, by the way. This is like really weird for me. All right. So Casey, I know you're on the call. Casey, if you could just do me a favor, honey, and if you can't hear me at any point in time, just pop in and tell me you can't hear me. Oh, and playlist. Playlist I have for today it's actually on Spotify. It's called Embodied Truth 2016. I was playing it earlier, but you can also play whatever you want. I'm not gonna play with piping music in here yet. I just don't feel like it. So go ahead and have a seat. And I also gathered crystals. So if you ever want to meditate with crystals for sacral chakra, we've got carnelian, which is, it's that bright orange color. I'm just going to show you up close because they're my favorite. And citrine. This is citrine over here, and this is carnelian. This is like my favorite. I love this thing. It's like a little kidney, you know. And then I have essential oils too. Jasmine, sandalwood, and patchouli are really, really good for sacral chakra. Okay. Now I feel like you've learned something. Okay. Go ahead and find a comfortable seat. Close the eyes. Take a big deep breath in through the nose. Hold the breath when you're absolutely full. Exhale all the breath out through the mouth. Again, go ahead and inhale. Hold the breath when you're full. Exhale all the breath out through the mouth. One more time. Inhale. Hold the breath. Exhale all the breath out through your mouth. Now we're going to take on a mudra for meditation this morning. I want you to put your thumbs together and then your index fingers and point your hands down. You're going to place your thumbs at your navel and then just let the fingertips point down toward the pelvic region and then close the eyes. So just in doing that, notice how much taller you sit, right? So you sit a little bit taller. And then I want you to lean back into the back body just a teeny tiny bit. So it's as if someone was seated behind you and they were supporting you. And I want you to breathe into that space, right into that. It's an upside down triangle. I want you to breathe into that upside down triangle. So this is the symbol for Shakti. This is the symbol for this primordial energy that creates everything. And just imagine filling that upside down triangle up with the color orange. With this new moon in Taurus coming up, it's just it really is a beautiful, beautiful new moon that is so open to massive possibilities, and your emotions are going to dictate what could potentially be created in your life. So I want you to be completely aware of emotions left unhealed, unattended to. Just breathe into that upside down triangle. You've got about 5 deep breaths, okay? Two more. Fill it up with that bright, beautiful, beautiful orange color. And then on your next inhalation, hold when that triangle's full. Exhale all the breath out through slightly parted lips. So when we exhale like that, when we actually make a little bit of a sound, we're allowing any stuck energy to come out through Visuddha, through our throat chakra, right? So just be mindful of that. Take one more deep breath in. Exhale all the breath out through the mouth. And then bringing the 2 hands to the heart space in Anjali Mudra. So just offering up this practice to this idea of creative inspiration, right? The goddess that is accompanied with this chakra and even this moon is Saraswati, goddess of wisdom and knowledge and creative expression. I want to begin with the Guru Mantra. And instead of call and response, since I know most of you, we're just going to chant it, okay? And I'll lead and we'll just do it together. We'll pretend like the room is filled with our beautiful voices, right? And if you don't know the chant, it's okay. You can listen just to hear it, and you can also give it a try. So here we go. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasma Shri Gurudev Namaha, Tasma Shri Gurudev Namaha, Tasma Shri Gurudev Namaha. All right. So thank you so much for showing up. I'm going to start my playlist. Stay seated if you would. We're going to do a little bit of spinal rolls. And I'm going to start my playlist if you're going to play along with me on song number 2, which is Station. Okay, that's where we're going to start it. And look, you can do whatever you want with the music. Okay, like be inspired by your own self. So let's take a seat, but bring the 2 feet to touch if you can. If you can't, then you can just absolutely stay in Sukhasana. Okay. And bring your 2 hands to your knees. And then you're going to kind of lean back, kind of like think cat pose, right? And round your spine. And then you're going to bring your body over toward the right. And then bring your body through center. And then bring it over toward the left. So you're going to start to make these circular motions with your spine, right? And listen, please breathe, okay? So don't forget to breathe. It's a very, very watery chakra. So we're going to do a lot of one breath, one movement. Go in this direction about 5 more times. Last 2 in this direction. And then pause at the back and then go in the other direction. So it's almost as if you're churning up the energy in the pelvic region and in the spine, right? Just kind of roll from side to side. We're going to do a lot of one breath, one movement today. Last week was all about grounding. This is about flowing with your breath. Take 2 more in this direction. 1 more. And then go ahead and release. Sit up nice and tall. Inhale your heart forward. Exhale, breathe all the breath out through the mouth. Hollow out the belly, round the spine. Hold for a moment. Chin's in the chest. And then inhale, lift the heart so it's like a seated cat-cow. And then exhale, round the spine, right? Put round the spine and then hold it for a moment. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Feel the movement actually in the pelvis, okay? And then round. Inhale. And then exhale. Now stay in that breath. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, make your way to all 4s. So try to stay as fluid as you possibly can, all right? You're going to inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, heart lifts. Every vertebra, you guys. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, round spine. 2 more. Cultivate a really nice cadence of your own breath. So if I cue too fast or too slow for you, just go at your own pace. 1 more, okay? 1 more. Nice flat back now. So make sure your 2 knees are directly underneath your hips. Lift your left knee out to the side like a little fire hydrant, right? And then just start to make these little and then big circles with the hip, okay? Yep, just stay on the knees though. Stay on the knees. Do it 2 more times. So just move around in any stuck energy. Keep pelvic floor up and in so that you don't hurt the lower back. 1 more. Good. Now go ahead and do that on the other side. So right knee out to the side or left, whichever side you did, just do the other one and make huge circles. Huge, 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 huge. As big as you can. 3 more. Stay in the breath. Belly stays in, pelvic floor stays in. 1 more. Nice. And then go ahead and release. Now come up into downward facing dog. Curl the toes and lift the tail. Pull your chin all the way to your chest. Come up high into the tippy bits of the toes and roll the body forward into plank. And then as you exhale, pull the chin all the way into the chest, round it all the way back. And then do it one more time. Roll the body forward into plank. Pull the chin into the chest, round all the way back. Take your hands all the way to the back of the mat. Take a halfway lift, inhale. Fold as you exhale. Do that one more time. Halfway lift, inhale. So it's flowing, you guys. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, roll up through the spine. Roll up, reach those arms up nice and high. Exhale, your two hands down through the heart space all the way to the earth. Inhale, look forward, walk forward, plank. Exhale, lower all the way down to the floor. Now, take your two hands right next to your chest. Elbows point up toward the sky, but bring your hands on the floor. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, face down toward the floor. Inhale, lift up, look up over left shoulder. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift up right shoulder. Exhale, lower. Two hands right next to the chest. Push all the way back into child's pose. Now listen, hold this child's pose for 3 deep breaths. Just do me a favor, please. Listen to your own body, right? And if you need to take child's pose or pause or anything during this class at any point in time, please do so. Take care of your body. Don't mess around because I'm not there to take care of you and watch you, okay? Go ahead and come on up into downward facing dog as you exhale. Take a big deep breath in and then exhale all your breath out through the mouth. Take your right leg, bring it up high to the sky as you inhale. Knee to your right tricep, exhale. Right leg high, inhale. Knee to the left tricep, exhale. Right leg high, inhale. Scorpion dog, exhale. Drop your right foot forward in between the two hands. Come to lunge, so hands are still on the floor. Back toe stays lifted. Spiral your hands along the long side of your mat. Turn to face the back of your mat. Good. Left leg high to the sky, inhale. Knee to left tricep, exhale. Left leg high to inhale. Knee to right tricep, exhale. Left leg high, inhale. Scorpion dog, exhale. Drop your left foot forward in between the two hands. Take your hands to the long side of the mat. Turn your whole body. Take a little halfway lift, inhale. Fold as you exhale. Now, go ahead and come to halfway lift. Turn your toes out, your heels in. Drop your bottom to about knee height. Come up for a little squat. Reach your arms straight out in front of you, like you have a ball in front of you. Okay, and you won't need to hold this thing with your hand for a long time. You're gonna reach your arms over to one side and then go to the other side. And then go to the other side and go to the other side. And then make it whatever you want, but I want you to flow. That's it, just flow. And breathe. Go up high, go down low, like whatever you want. It's like 10 breaths. Anything you want, 8 breaths. Six breaths. 4 breaths. 3 breaths. 2. And then slowly make your way back down to the floor. Turn your toes in, your heels out. Take a halfway lift, feel the heat. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, turn to face the top of your mat. Step your left foot forward to meet your right, forward fold. Take a halfway lift, inhale. Fold as you exhale, pause. 5 deep breaths. So feel already the cells in the body. Shake your head no. Shake your head yes. Now roll up through your spine. Reach those arms up nice and high. Hands come to the heart space, Samastiti. Inhale, reach. Exhale to fold. Now take your halfway lift, inhale. Fold as you exhale. Listen, step your left foot back behind you. Drop the knee to the floor. Reach the arms up high. Inhale. Exhale, sit back into Ardha Hanumanasana. Walk the hands forward, come to plank pose, inhale. Shift a little bit forward, drop down to knees, lower all the way down to the floor. Stay with me, hands are out to the sides. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, face down toward the floor. Inhale, lift up, look up over left shoulder. Exhale, face down toward the floor. Inhale, lift up, look up over right shoulder. Exhale, face down toward the floor. Two hands right next to the chest. Make your way back into down dog. Pause. One big deep breath in and one big deep breath out. Walk your hands to the back of the mat. Take a halfway lift. Fold as you exhale. Roll up through the spine, one vertebra at a time. Reach those arms up high. Exhale, drop two hands down through the heart space, forward fold. Inhale, look forward, walk forward into plank. Lower all the way down to the floor. Hands out to the sides. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, face to floor. Remember, you can go at your own pace. Inhale, left shoulder, look over it. Exhale, face to the floor. Inhale, lift up right shoulder. Exhale, face to the floor. Two hands next to the chest, all the way up into downward facing dog. Take one big deep breath in and one big deep breath out. Come up high into the tippy toes, walk, step, or flip to the top of the mat. There's a halfway lift. And then fold as you exhale. Inhale, reach arms up. Hands come to the heart. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Take your halfway lift, inhale. Stay with me, forward fold, exhale. Step your right knee back behind you. Drop the knee to the floor. Reach the arms up high, low lunge. Sit it back into Ardha Hanuman. Walk the hands forward, come to plank. Right, lower all the way down to the floor. Hands out to the side, stay with me. Inhale, lift. Exhale, face to the floor. Inhale, lift up left shoulder, look over it. Exhale, face to the floor. Inhale, right shoulder. Exhale, face to the floor. Hands next to the chest, push back up into downward facing dog. Listen, walk your hands to the back of the mat, halfway lift. Fold as you exhale. Roll up through the spine, last time like this. Hands come down through the heart space. Inhale, look forward, walk forward, plank pose. Lower all the way down to the floor. Hands next to the chest, but out onto the sides. Inhale, left shoulder. I know you know this, face to the floor. Inhale, look up over right shoulder. Face to the floor. Hands next to the chest, push all the way back into down dog. Pause, one breath in and one breath out. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward, walk, step, or float to the top of the mat. Halfway lift, inhale, fold as you exhale. Inhale, reach arms up high. Hands come to heart space, Samastiti. Pause for 3 deep breaths. So remember I said at the very beginning, this is a flow class, right? So this is sacral chakra, we're flowing. Please pause when you need to pause, for real, okay? Take a big deep breath in. Exhale all your breath out. We're gonna stay in one breath, one movement for a moment, okay? It's not traditional Surya Namaskar A, it's gonna be different today. So try to stay out of the thinking mind. Inhale, reach your arms up high. Exhale, fold forward. Take your halfway lift, inhale. Plant your hands on the mat. You guys, you can walk, step, or float back through chaturanga, or you can just make your way back into down dog. You can always take knees, chest, chin, all right? All right, now hold for a moment. Right leg high to the sky, inhale. Knee to right tricep, exhale. Right leg high. Knee to left tricep, please exhale. Right leg high. Knee to nose. Drop your right foot forward. Left knee finds the floor. Inhale, reach arms up high. Low lunge. Exhale, sit it back into Ardha Hanumanasana. Stay with me on the breath. Right foot plants, left toes up high to the sky. Inhale. Round and curl in as you exhale. Now left leg goes high. Step that foot down to meet the right, forward fold. Take a halfway lift to inhale and fold, exhale. Inhale, reach arms up high. Hands come to heart space. Inhale, reach. Stay with me. Exhale, fold. Take your halfway lift, inhale. Plant your hands on the mat, walk, step, or jump back through Chaturanga Dandasana. Just make your way back to down dog. The jumping never has to happen if you don't want it to. Left leg high, inhale. Knee to left tricep, exhale. Left leg high to inhale. Knee to right tricep, exhale. Left leg high. Knee to the nose. Drop the left foot forward. Right knee finds the floor, arms up. Exhale, sit it back, Ardha Hanumanasana. Come to standing split leg, left toes down, right toes up. Round curl in, exhale. Right leg high, step the right foot forward to meet the right, forward fold as you exhale. Take a halfway lift, inhale, and fold to exhale. Inhale, reach. Hands to heart. Let's just do one more round like that. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Take your halfway lift. Plant your hands on the mat. Walk, step, or jump back to Chaturanga Dandasana. So make your way back into downward facing dog. We're going to do one more round. That's it. Right leg high, inhale. Knee to right tricep, exhale. Right leg high, inhale. Knee to left tricep, exhale. Right leg high to inhale. Knee to the nose, exhale. Drop right foot forward, left knee bends, come up, low lunge, arms up. Exhale, sit it back, Ardha Hanumanasana. Come into standing split leg, left toes up. Round curl in as you exhale. Left leg high, you guys. Drop left foot down to meet right, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale, forward fold as you exhale. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hands to heart. Last time this side, arms up. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Plant your hands on the mat, walk, step, or jump back to Chaturanga Dandasana. Make your way back into downward facing dog. Left leg high to the sky, inhale. Knee to the left tricep, exhale. Left leg high, inhale. Knee to right tricep, exhale. Left leg high, inhale. Knee to the nose, drop the left foot forward, right knee finds the floor, arms up. Exhale, sit it back into Ardha Hanumanasana. Come into standing split leg, right toes up high. Round curl in as you exhale. Right leg high. Step the right foot forward to meet the left, forward fold. Take a halfway lift, inhale. Fold as you exhale. Arms reach. Hands come to heart. Now pause. Pause and hear your heartbeat for a moment. Sometimes we get stuck and we forget to listen to the things like our heartbeat and our emotional intake, right? Feel the breath, feel the heart. Hold here for 3. Try not to move a muscle. For 2. And then 1. Inhale, reach your arms up nice and high. Nice job, you guys. Exhale, fold forward all the way to the earth. Good. Take your halfway lift to inhale. Plant your hands on the mat, walk, step, or jump back to Chaturanga Dandasana. Make your way back into downward facing dog. Pause for a moment in downward facing dog. Good. Fantastic. Sacral chakra, creation. But how can I possibly create? I don't know where I'm going, what's happening. We never know what is happening next, ever. We just think we do. That's the problem. We've got ahead of ourselves. Right leg high, inhale. Knee to right tricep, exhale. Bring the knee over to left tricep, open up into fallen triangle. Take the left fingertips up high. Pause for a moment. Reach the left fingertips up as high as you can. If you want more, you can roll around in the shoulder. Just please be mindful of your shoulder, okay? Take that left hand down to the floor. Right leg goes up, scorpion dog as you exhale. If you want to flip it, please bring those shoulders over your wrist. Right foot finds the floor, left toes press into the earth. Reach the arm up nice and high or take the hand to the heart space. Hold and breathe, 2 deep breaths. Right hand comes up, right leg goes up. Drop right foot forward in between the 2 hands. Left knee finds the floor, you guys. Reach those arms up high. Exhale, sit it back into Ardha Hanumanasana. Familiar, right? Standing split leg, left toes go up high. Round curl in as you exhale. Left toes go up high, step it back, come to high lunge, arms reach. Bring the 2 hands down into the heart space. Pause for a moment. So place the thumbs right at the sternum and push the sternum into the hands. Allow the heart to reach up toward the sky. Pull the right shin forward. Breathe. Just 3 deep breaths. Relax the face. Clasp the 2 hands together behind you now. Roll your heart open. And then as you exhale, look forward. Launch it into Virabhadrasana 3. So plant that right foot on the floor. Bring the left leg up high behind you. Remember, you're already grounded. You don't have to worry about a thing, right? Bring the 2 hands into the heart space. Bring the left knee forward. Step all the way back into high lunge, arms reach. And then it's Virabhadrasana 2 to the back of your mat. So open up into warrior 2. So face the back of your mat. Reach your left arm up high. Reverse your warrior to inhale. And then as you exhale, take extended angle. Right arm up and overhead. Go ahead and take that simple twist. Right hand to the floor. Pivot on the back toes. Left arm goes up high. Hold 3 deep breaths. Roll around in the wrist, perhaps. Stay on the tippy bits of the right toes, okay? So you don't want that hip to start to twist with you. And then take the hand down to the floor, step it back. Feel free to cycle through a vinyasa or just hang out in downward facing dog. So when we're talking about sacral chakra, we're talking about movement. We're talking about flow, right? So be in that mindset of flow, Good, 2 more breaths. Where can you allow flow to happen in your life? I know it's challenging, I get it, okay? Like, I totally get it. Big deep breath in. Exhale all the breath out through the mouth. Right leg high to the sky. Inhale, knee to the nose as you exhale. Drop the right foot forward in between the 2 hands. Drag your fingertips along the long side of the mat. Face the top of the mat now and bring your right foot forward to meet your left. Bring your 2 feet to as wide as the mat and turn your toes out. Drop down for Malasana. You're going to hold Malasana for about 3 or 4 deep breaths. Be super mindful too with Saturn and Aquarius. Be super mindful about how, like, what information you actually allow into your life right now. Be really, really mindful, because the information that you allow into your life right now is going to affect your creative inspiration. It affects everything. Take a big deep breath in, lion's breath out through the mouth. Again, inhale. One more time. Inhale. Inhale. Forward fold as you exhale. Bring those 2 feet to hip distance apart. Take your halfway lift, inhale. Plant your hands on the mat. You guys walk, step, or jump back through Chaturanga Dandasana. Make your way back into downward facing dog. So please remember, you guys, I'm teaching to an obvious all levels class. I can't see all of you, right? Please be mindful and do what's right for your body. Please, please, please. Okay. Left leg high to the sky. Inhale. Knee to the left tricep. Exhale. Bring the knee over to the right tricep. Open up into falling triangle. Left foot on the floor. Right fingertips reach up nice and high. Feel free to roll around in the shoulder, but please don't do that if your shoulder hurts. Okay, just take 2 more deep breaths. So remember, last week it was all about grounding to being still. This week it's about flow. Right hand to the floor. Left leg goes up high. Scorpion dog as you exhale. Just bend the knee, right? If you want more, bring the shoulders over the wrist and find your way into a flip. To wild thing. Press into the right toes, lift the left heel, lift the left arm up high. 2 more breaths. Left hand down to the floor, left leg goes up high. Drop the left foot forward in between the 2 hands, right knee finds the floor, arms reach. Exhale, Ardha Hanumanasana. Sit back. Come into standing split leg. I know this is familiar. Right toes up high. Now round and curl in as you exhale. Take that right leg up high again. Step all the way back into high lunge, arms reach. Bring the 2 hands down to the heart space. Now hold. So sometimes it's hard for us to really pinpoint our emotional state because we've taken in everyone else's energy around us. We've actually taken on their energy, right? That's where we ground, we root, and then we can drop into our own emotions. Clasp the 2 hands together behind you, roll your heart open. Look forward, launch into Virabhadrasana 3. So press into that left leg, lift the right leg behind you, hold. Bring your 2 hands into your heart space, bring your right knee forward. Pause. Step all the way back into high lunge, arms reach. And then it's Virabhadrasana 2, front of your mat. Reverse your warrior, please, to inhale, right arm's going up. Extend your angle as you exhale. Take your left hand down to the floor. Spin your right arm up high. Take that simple twist, hold. Keep sending energy out through the back heel. Keep sending it out through the crown of the head and roll your heart open. 2 more breaths. And then all your hands find the mat, step back, feel free to cycle through a vinyasa or hang out in downward facing dog. So let's do something fun, shall we? Walk your hands to the back of the mat. So your hands are with your feet. Take a halfway lift to inhale and fold to exhale. Remember, it's about flow. Right hand down, right knee bends, left arm goes up high. And then exhale, left hand down. Right arm goes up high on the inhale, bend your left knee, and then hand goes down. Let's do it one more time. Left arm up, right knee bend, so you're moving in those hips. Left hand down, right knee or right arm goes up. Both hands down to the floor. Inhale, look forward, walk forward into plank. Feel free to cycle through a vinyasa or hang out in downward facing dog. Take a big deep breath in. Exhale everything out through the mouth. One more time. Inhale. Yummy. Left leg high to the sky. Inhale. Knee to the nose as you exhale. Drop left foot forward in between the two hands. Drag your fingertips over to the very top of the mat. Bring the left foot forward to meet your right. Take your feet as wide as the mat. Turn the toes out if you need to. Find Malasana. Big deep breath in. Exhale all your breath out. Right fingertips to the floor. Left arm goes up high. Reach up high. Good, now stay with me. Hands come to the heart. Left hand down, right arm up. Hands come to the heart. Swap sides. And just go side to side. Pull up pelvic floor. Draw the belly in, okay? So just keep pulling up that energy through the bones. So those of you who weren't here last week, we talked about the bone structure. We talked about earth energy. Breathe into your bones. Breathe into the energy in Pada Bandha, in the feet. Pull up Mula Bandha as you allow the rest of your body to flow. You have 2 more breaths. Make sure you're even on both sides and then meet us back at center. 2 hands to the heart. Big deep breath in. Lion's breath out through the mouth. Big deep breath in. One more time, you guys. Wide jaw. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Bring your feet to hip distance apart. Okay, now here, pause. So let's drop back into root chakra for a moment. Some of you just joining me for the first time, I'm sure, like, I can still read minds even through the computer, okay? And like, I'm sure some of you are like, oh my God, I don't want to move this fast. Like, it's okay, you don't have to. Feel free to take Padahastasana with your hands underneath your feet, or Padagustasana, grab a hold of your 2 big toes. You really don't have to. But this is sacral chakra, so that's what we're doing today. Okay, you do you though. Please take care of you. Take 3 more breaths in your forward fold. And then go ahead and release. Release your binds. Roll up through the spine, 1 vertebra at a time. Hey, make your arms weigh like 400 pounds, in your head too. All of it. And your shoulders are like almost last. And then your chin. And then reach arms up high. And then 2 hands to the heart. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Plant your hands on the mat, walk, step, or jump back. Make your way back into downward dog. Shake your head no. Yes. Okay, this is going to be good. If you're not having fun, we'll have fun in like just a minute. All right? So you guys miss me, don't you? I miss being in the room so much. Right leg high to inhale. Knee to right tricep, exhale. Bring the knee over to the left tricep. Open up into fallen triangle. Just 1 deep breath. Left fingertips up high. Now take that hand down to the floor. Belly in, you guys. Right leg up. Scorpion dog. Remember, it's hips. Drop right foot forward in between the 2 hands. Let's come up into high lunge. Okay, so bring your 2 hands into your hearts, and I'm going to face you guys, and I honestly don't know if I'm mirroring you, so just listen to my cueing. Your right foot's forward, and your left foot is back, okay? Hands at the hips. I want you to bring your left knee forward for a moment, and then just pause. Now turn your left foot kind of on the side, like you're trying to look underneath your foot for gum, right? And then you're going to bring that knee behind the other one, tap the floor with the toes and kind of squat neck curtsy. Good. Now bring that left knee up and around, and then bring it back down and curtsy. And then bring the knee up and around like you're drawing a figure 8, and then curtsy. And then bring the knee up and around, and then curtsy. Good. 2 more times. So up and around. You can go as slow as you want, because I want you to feel that movement in the external rotators. 1 more. Now we're going to end up standing up with the leg up, okay? So bring that leg up and then turn the foot out to the side again, just like you started. Now your left hand, make sure it's your left, index finger, thumb touching, and imagine a string attached to that kneecap, pull the knee up. Now turn your right palm toward me, or toward the screen. Belly in. Breathe. You've got to breathe, otherwise this is going to suck. 2 more. Palm toward me. This is fear not. Okay, this is actually the goddess mudra. And then bring everything back behind you. Knee bends, right? So you're in that little curtsy squat, Shiva squat. Clasp the 2 hands together. I want you to push the palms up to the sky. Good. Now lean over to the right. Lengthen through your spine. Take your gaze to the left. Good. Breathe. Belly in. Two more. Okay, so I'm not going to face you anymore. Come back through the center. Bring your 2 hands into your heart. Bring your left knee forward. Step all the way back into high lunge. Your arms are going to reach. And then take your 2 hands down to the mat. Now listen, if you don't have blocks or something underneath your fingertips, just do your best or use something, anything, right? Straighten both your legs. Pick the ball end of your right foot up off the floor, so only your heel's on the floor. And then press way back through your left heel. Let your heart pull towards your toes. Pull the 2 shoulder blades down. Now look at your right foot. See if you can pull your right pinky toe back. Okay? 2 more. One more. Cool. Drop that right foot down. Listen, take your right leg up high, walk to the back of your mat. So now you're in this standing split leg at the back of your mat, balancing on your left foot. Okay? If you're not, just make it so. Pull your right knee in toward your chest. You're going to come up to stand. So balance on that left foot. Bring your right knee forward for just a moment. And then take your left hand to your heart. Take your right hand out to the side. Grab a hold of your inner ankle on the right side. Okay, we're coming into dancer, non-tirage. Left fingertips forward. Right foot pushes into right hand. Breathe. Okay, stay here, stay here. So you want to be able to focus on the hips opening, the strength rooting, and then the shoulders and the heart opening as well. Just stay with it. And look, no one's watching you. And even if we are in a room full of people, no one cares. So just take care of your own body. Do your own thing and stay in your breath. 2 more. Okay, now listen, when you come out, I want you to bring your hands to your heart, bring your right knee forward. Now just cross your right foot over your left. So you've got these crisscrossed ankles, okay? Plug your 2 hands into your hips and fold. So you're at the back of your mat in a forward fold with your right leg over top your left. All 4 corners of both your feet are pressing into the floor. Make that happen. Now lengthen through your spine, and if you want more stretch, walk your fingertips over toward the right side of your body. So whatever leg is on top, you turn the upper body in that direction. So those of you taking notes on this class, you'll realize just how much we're moving in the hips and the external rotators and the lower back Getting into the reproductive system. 2 more breaths. And then go ahead and release, unravel your feet because you won't get very far if you don't. Take an inhale and look forward. Walk forward to the top of the mat with your hands. Feel free to cycle through a vinyasa or just hang out in downward facing dog. Woo. Now listen, before we go to the other side, here's an option. Bring your feet forward just enough so your heels touch the floor. And for some of you, that might be almost a forward fold, which is fine. Make sure your feet are hip distance apart. Take your right hand, reach underneath your body. Grab a hold of the outer edge of your left heel. Breathe. 2 more. Let your head drop. All that thinking stuff going on in the mind, let that shit go. Okay? And then release. Left hand comes underneath the body, grabs a hold of the outer edge of the right ankle. So when we're in the thinking mind, we're in the thinking mind. We're in what one of my teachers used to say is a bad neighborhood. You know, we can't possibly be in the flow of life if we're like always thinking or we're always worried about what's next. No one on the planet knows what's next. Nobody, no one, not one person. We can just speculate or keep moving in weird patterns, right? Go ahead and release, make your way into a full downward facing dog. I'm feeling a need to unravel the spine. Pull the chin into the chest, come up high into the tippy toes, keep that chin into the chest as you round the body all the way forward. Look forward. Now pull the chin all the way into the chest, push through the arm bones, hollow out the belly, drop those heels. Big old deep breath in, exhale everything out, just go. Okay, left leg high, inhale, we gotta do the other side. Knee to left tricep, right tricep, open up, fallen triangle, 1 deep breath. Right hand down to the floor, left leg goes up high, scorpion dog. Left foot forward in between the 2 hands. Listen, right knee finds floor. Oh my God, so fun. Reach arms up high. Exhale, sit it back. Ardha Hanuman. Left foot down, right toes up high to the sky. Now, round and curl it in. And you're going to hold for a second, just for a second. Good. And then pick that right leg up high to the sky as you inhale. Drop the right foot back behind you, come into high lunge, arms reach. So again, I'm gonna face you now. And I don't know if I'm mirroring you or not, but your left foot needs to be forward, okay? And then bring your 2 hands onto your hips. Bring your right knee forward. Stay with me. Turn that foot on the side. Notice how just when you turn the foot on the side, you have to engage the belly to make that happen. Right, now let's start that little round thing, right? So knee comes behind the other one, taps the floor, bring the knee up and around. So you're unraveling the hips, you're unraveling the external rotators. Belly's gotta stand to make this happen. 3 more. Two more. Now the next time that leg comes forward, keep it there. It's windy in my house. Okay, so the ankle kind of comes on this weird thing, right? And flex the toes back. Right fingertips, the index finger, the thumb, touch each other and then pull the knee up. Left palm turns toward me. Good. Strong left leg. Lift your heart. Fear not. This mudra is fear not. Fear not. Don't be afraid. 2 more. Press into that left big toe. I know it's hard. And then release. Bring that knee behind you. So the 2 knees touch each other. The left foot's firmly rooted on the floor, but you're on your back tippy toes, and then you squat, and it's like a little curtsy. Don't lean forward, because if you lean forward, you're putting all that weight in your knee. Lean back. Reach the arms up high. Clasp the two hands together, tilt to the left. Pull the shoulder blades down. If you want more, take your gaze to the right. Press into the left big toe. Two more. And then go ahead, inhale, come back to center. Bring that knee forward. Good, good. Step all the way back into high lunge. Arms are gonna reach. And then all your hands find the mat. Now, you can find a block, you can find a Kleenex box, a can of food, whatever, right? Press through the right heel, but lift the ball out of the left, or yeah, the right heel, and then lift the ball out of your left foot, okay? But even though the ball mount is lifting, you're still pressing through the ball mount and pulling the toes back. Breathe. Om 5, heart pulls forward. Om 4, Om 3, 2, and then 1. Now left foot down, take left leg high, walk to the back of the mat, standing splits. Watch for furniture or pictures or something, okay? Don't do that. Pull your left knee in, come up to stand, bring left knee forward. Right hand to the heart, left hand out to the side, grab a hold of your inner ankle. How's the breath? Check in. Right fingertips reach forward, left foot pushes into the left hand. Dancer pose, non-taraj. Don't yank on your kneecap. This is about the hip. Breathe. I can't look at the screen and hold the pose at the same time. Two more. And then go ahead and release. Bring that left knee forward. Cross the left foot over the right. And then fold in. So your ankles are crossed, and then fold. Let your head drop. Breathe. If you want more stretch, walk your fingertips over to the left. Three more. Let your head relax, you guys. And then go ahead and unfold yourself, unfurl your legs. Inhale, look forward, walk forward into plank. Feel free to cycle through a vinyasa or hang out in downward facing dog. So many poses, so little time. Big deep breath in, exhale everything out through your mouth. Okay, lovelies, let's take the right leg up high. Drop your right foot forward in between the two hands. I want you to turn to face the long side of your mat. So all your toes point toward me, well, toward the long side of your mat. So weird, the habits that I have with my cues. Turn your toes out and your heels in. Now, bend your right knee and straighten your left leg. Hold for Skandasana. You're gonna hold for about 5 or 6 deep breaths. So fingertips can stay on the floor. You could keep just the right hand down and reach your left arm up. You could clasp the two hands together behind your lower back and lift your heart. You have about 4 more breaths. more. Flex those left toes towards your face. Good, good. Release by walking your hands over towards your left foot. Turn your whole body to face your left toes. Make sure the left toes are pointed to the top of the mat. Pick up your right leg straight behind you. We're going into Ardha Chandrasana. Okay, so you're balancing on the left side. Your right hand can go to your hip. You could clasp the back of that foot. Roll your heart open. Remember, don't yank on the kneecap. 3 deep breaths. When you're complete, drop that right foot back behind you. Turn to face long side of your mat again. Take a halfway lift to inhale and fold to exhale. Turn your toes out, your heels in. Stay with me, bend your left knee, straighten your right leg. So those of you who've been on this journey with me for the last few weeks anyways, you know that like 2.5 weeks ago, I hurt my knee. So this feels really good. Hands can stay on the floor. Hands can go to the heart. Left hand can stay on the floor. Right fingertips can reach up high. You can also clasp your 2 hands together behind you at your lower back. Got about 4 more breaths, you guys. Keep pulling those toes to the face. Squeeze the thigh muscles. So don't let your body lay in your kneecap, okay? Just be open this week to unexpected opportunities. Doesn't need to be an unexpected calamity. Where are your emotions, right? 1 more. And then when you release, walk toward that right foot. Turn the whole body. Make sure your right toes are pointed to the top of the mat. Lift your left leg straight behind you. Open up into Ardha Chandrasana. So that back leg reaches behind you. Right hand on the floor. You can grab a hold of, you can put your left hand on your hip, but you can also grab a hold of that foot. Two more. Now when you let go, drop that left foot behind you. One last time, turn to face the long side of your mat. So when we face the long side of the mat, you can hang out and press Sarita, letting your head drop down toward the floor. Those of you who want to come up into any kind of headstand, tripod, inversion, whatever you want, take this time to do that. But please, you guys, please be mindful. Okay, like please just don't do anything silly. I just call it party tricks, like no party tricks. Okay, but just take care of you. You have 1 minute. Good. Just stay in it. I'll bring you all back. Breathe. Good. And then when you're complete, be careful, you guys. I'm watching you. When you're complete, release. Turn to face the top of the mat and come back into Malasana. Okay, so come back into Malasana. Pause for a moment. Just breathe. Don't do anything else. Just breathe. And I'm watching you guys, so I'll see you when we're all together again. big deep breath in through your nose. Exhale out through the mouth. Ah. Inhale again, this time through the lips. So just go. And then inhale again. And then audible sound. Ha. And then a single sound of Om, nice and tall in the spine. Inhale. All right, lovelies. Let's stay in the hips. Bring the two hands to the floor. Turn your feet forward, but keep them at the edges of the mat. We're going into lizard pose. Right foot's going to stay forward. Bring that left foot back as far as you can. Lots of options, okay? You're going to be here 10 breaths, so take your time. Hands on the inside of the foot. You can drop that left knee. Please don't pull your shoulders up into your ears. Pull them down. Right? If you want strength in this pose, right arm goes underneath the right thigh. Left fingertips can come forward. You can start to press back through the left heel and let your head drop, right? But make sure those shoulders don't come with you. Okay, that's the strength variation. You can hold there and breathe. Remember, it's 10 breaths. We have about 6 left. If you want to twist, drop that left knee to the floor. Turn your right toes out on a little bit of an angle. Bring your left hand to the earth. Right hand to the thigh. Inhale, lift your heart and open the heart space. If you want more, you can certainly bend that back knee, reach behind you, grab a hold of the foot. Please don't yank on your kneecap. Knees are our root chakra. Okay? 4 more breaths, guys. And then as you exhale, go ahead and release. Walk your right foot over to the left side of the mat. We're taking pigeon pose, all right? Right knee drops down toward the floor. Come up onto those back tippy toes. Make sure that your toes, knees, and hip are all in alignment. Fingertips up, right? Lift your heart. Pull your heart forward, right? In fact, take your hands up to the sides of the mat so you can feel this. Open up from the heart space and then bow forward and in. Third eye to the earth. Maybe your hands come behind you this time. If you want, you can flatten out your back foot. Breathe. Breathe. Let your body assimilate all the work that you've done. So beautiful. 3 more breaths. If you're on the same place in the playlist with me, you're listening to Trevor Hall right now. It's like my favorite song in the whole world. Actually, any song by Trevor Hall is my favorite song in the whole world. All right, lovelies, take the 2 hands to the floor. Curl your back toes under. Lift that kneecap up first, and then take the right leg up high. Bend at the knees, scorpion dog. Oh my God, doesn't that feel amazing? If you want more, high up onto the tippy bits of the toes. Drop your right foot down to the floor. Go ahead and flip the pose. You can flip it into wheel if your shoulders are open, or flip it into wild thing. You get to choose. Good morning. I'm going to hold whatever you choose for about 4 or 5 deep breaths. Oh my God, so good. I can see all of you. This is amazing. And then bring it back around. Feel free to cycle through a vinyasa or hang out in downward facing dog. Hoofta. How lucky are we, right? All right, let's do the other side. Left foot in at the top of the mat. Make sure the foot comes to the edge. So your pinky edge side of your foot is flush up against the inside of the mat. Right leg goes behind you. Hands are on the inside of your front foot. Hold here, like seriously. Watch for the knee popping out. Don't let the knee do that, okay? If you want strength, left arm goes underneath the left thigh. Right fingertips forward, stay on your toes of the back foot. Don't let your leg go cockeyed though. Look at it. Like, don't let it fold in. And then if you want, you can always drop that right knee to the floor. And then if you want, you can, of course, bend the knee, roll open from the heart space. Right? So it's a good 4 more breaths. So just stay in it. Two more breaths. Nice. So when you release, take it over into pigeon pose. Walk that foot all the way over to the right side of the mat. Please make sure your back leg is in alignment. So you look back and it's the toes, the knees, and the hip on the same linear line. Drop your left butt cheek as close to the floor as you can, okay? If it doesn't reach, put something under it, a pillow, a block, something. Bring the 2 hands to the floor at the outer edges of your mat. Pull the heart forward, press out through your sacrum, and then allow your body to rest. Like, we focus a lot in this pose on the hip, right? And then we forget that this is actually an opening for the lower back. You're going to take 5 more long, deep breaths. Two more. Let it go, let it go, let it go. 2 hands come right underneath the shoulders. You're gonna release, look, and remember, you can always hold anything you want longer than I say, okay? Go ahead and find scorpion dog if you want. If you wanna flip it, shoulders over wrists. But remember, this is your class, especially because you're at home now. 3 more breaths. Awesome. Oh my God, that's amazing. Amazing, beautiful. Look, if you just got there, feel free to stay, okay? Like, you do not have to come out when I say. But in the next breath, we're gonna go ahead and come out, right? But if you're happy, stay where you are. Maybe there's one more itty bitty vinyasa if you want it. And then you're just gonna drop those knees down to the floor. You're gonna swing your 2 feet around and then bring the soles of the feet together. So remember, we started with this pose. Hopefully you feel a little bit different. Sit up as tall as you can. Grab a hold of your feet. Inhale. As you exhale, fold in nice and deep. Walk your hands forward if that works for you. So it's just Baddha Konasana. Baddha Konasana. Fold in deep. Feet can be close to the face or not. 3 more. One more. Fantastic. Go ahead and release. Come on up, you guys. 2 feet in front of you. I want you to lower all the way down to the floor. When you get to the floor, take happy baby. Grab a hold of your 2 big toes or behind your kneecaps. Point your heels up toward the sky. Flatten your sacrum on the ground. And I mean it. A lot of times in happy baby, I see butts way up in the sky. Like, push your sacrum down to the floor. Okay, that's what's going to open up your lower back for reals. Pull up the pelvic floor, draw the belly, and press your shoulder blades into the earth. Good. 3 more breaths. Two more breaths. And then bring 2 feet to the floor. Now I'm going to offer up 1 back bend, okay? So you can do bridge or wheel. I'm going to walk you through bridge, but if you know wheel and you know you can do it, go ahead and do it, all right? Otherwise, fingertips go down toward the heels. You're going to press into the earth with your feet and your hands, and then peel 1 vertebra at a time up off the floor into bridge. Keep spiraling the knees in toward each other. If you want more, clasp your 2 hands together, roll your shoulders up and underneath you. Keep your gaze up toward the sky. In fact, press into the base of your skull. Press into your 2 big toes. So this opens up your quads and the front of the hips. Squeeze your glutes, but it's not the glutes that are actually holding you in this pose. They're just stabilizing the pose. The quads are working right now. Pull up the pelvic floor, draw the belly in for 3. Belly's got to stay drawn in for 2. If you're in wheel pose, when you come out, please make sure your chin comes into your chest first and your shoulder blades hit the floor first. If you're in bridge, come 1 vertebra at a time, sacrum drops down last. Pause for a moment, bring the 2 feet to touch in Supta Baddha Konasana. Remember that mudra we took in the very beginning, the upside down triangle? Do that here. Hold for 5 deep breaths. Now all your fingertips can be held open with the index finger, or they can be bent. It doesn't matter, okay? But just what matters is the thumb and the index finger touch. Breathe. Two more. It's time to create something, you guys. I don't know what it is for each one of you. I'm still trying to figure it out for myself, but it's a time of rebirth. It's a time of creating something. It really is something different in our own life, and every minute change will support the collective. Bring the 2 knees in together, and then hug just your right knee into your chest. Now hug it all the way up into your armpit if you can, okay? Good, good, good. Now lay on your left hip bone and then take that right leg up and over the left side. Make sure you're on your left hip bone for your twist. Now look, anything with the legs is great, okay? So if you want to grab a hold of this right foot and straighten the leg, you absolutely can. If you want to keep both knees bent, you can. If you want to grab a hold of that other foot with your only available hand, which would be the right one, and do like this pretzel twisty thing, you can do that too, okay? Don't get crazy though, because it's just a twist. One thing I know for certain is that the universe works in really, really weird ways, and a lot of it we don't understand. But our trust in the universe is so paramount right now. Our trust in our own abilities is so important right now. And our purging of any old negativity, any old pattern thoughts that are harmful or that are not serving you, you've got to be free from them. Just do everything that you can to work through them. This is not a time to avoid them and zone out and just, watch Netflix every day. It's not a time to complain. It's a time to like look at why we're complaining and what we're complaining about. Like, and then just allow yourself those moments in time, right? Because when we move through those kinds of things, we allow for creativity to come through. Go ahead and release. Come out super slow as you can. Hug two knees in nice and tight. And then just hold the left knee and extend the right leg long, or just put the right foot on the floor actually. Hug that left knee into the armpit, and then when you're ready, lay on the right hip bone, cross the left leg over. Again, the knees can stay bent, or that left leg can go long. You could grab a hold of the other foot with the other hand. Oh. Amazing. The human body is so crazy, isn't it? So we get to walk around in this earth suit and like do things, right? We get to like experience things. But underneath all of that are our emotions, and our emotions are driving this earth suit. So please get in touch with that area of your life, of your body. Abraham Hicks says that emotions are everything. I listened to Abraham Hicks years ago. The emotional body is everything. And every time we step on this mat, we get to peel away a layer and get to a deeper sense of who we are. One more. And then go ahead and release. Hug your two knees into your chest. And then find Shavasana. Go ahead and lengthen the legs out, or feel free to bend the knees if you want, but find your variation of Shavasana. Let your body rest. Be in a space of complete surrender into this pose. The ultimate resting pose. I think as a society, we've been spending so much time doing and planning and pushing and all the things that we haven't taken enough pauses. Want your body to rest. Good. Stay in the breath here. Just nothing but the breath right now. Nothing but the breath. You can even take that mudra with the thumb and the index finger if you want. Stay here and breathe. Nothing. No, nothing. For reals. want you to take a big deep breath in through your nose. And then exhale all of your breath out through your mouth. Again, inhale. Exhale all of the breath out through your mouth. And then one more time, inhale. Move around in your fingertips, your toes, your jaw. Take your arms up and over your head. And then hug your two knees into your chest and roll to your right. Pause for a moment. So give yourself these times of a pause when you need it. Don't feel pressured to go out and create something and do something and, oh my God, I need to be doing all the things. No. Listen to your body. When your body says rest, rest. When your emotions say cry, cry. When your body says go, go. Listen, tune in to your emotional state now more than ever before. And when you find yourself distracting yourself, stop it. This is such a gift. It can be such a gift. Use this time, this energy to support yourself. Bring the body up to a comfortable seat. Hands will come to the heart space in Anshula Mudra. So I want to end class with our chant to Sita and Ram. And we're not going to do call and response. We're just going to do it a few times. Okay. And those of you who know it, just sing it. Those of you who don't, if you want to listen, you can just listen. I just want to sing. I'm feeling the need to use my voice. So Sita Ram, Sita Ram, Sita Ram, Sita Ram. Sita Ram, Sita Ram, Jaya Jaya Sita Ram. So it's easy, right? Let's do it again. Sita Ram, Sita Ram, Sita Ram, Sita Ram. Sita Ram, Sita Ram, Jaya Jaya Sita Ram. Again. Sita Ram, Sita Ram, Sita Ram, Sita Ram. Sita Ram, Sita Ram, Jaya Jaya Sita Ram. Ending with a single sound of Om. Inhale. Om. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasma Shri Gurudev Namaha. Bowing with such deep gratitude for all of you, for showing up on your mats, for yourselves, for others. I'm so grateful. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful day. Namaste. And I really appreciate you guys. If you need to go, I totally get it. If you